ঝিরি ঝিরি পিয়ালের ছন্দ ছায়াতে আজ বন ময়ূরের নাচ দেখতে যাব।
Yeah, great. Well, my next question was, what are some of your favorite pieces to perform? So that might be a better question for your influence. So Jula is one. That probably changes over time, but like,
It does.
think of, like, what are some of your favorites right now?
Right now, so I do get very bored very quickly singing the same song
I know.
many times. So I really don't have a favorite. I think I have a favorite when I learn something new. So of late, I've been singing Rag Yaman, practicing Rag Yaman. It's another rag at home, and I am learning a song, not learning, I've learned the song, but uh, I'm singing songs based on that rag. One of them is Mudakarat Modakam. And it's a very simple but very sweet and simple song. So I think that is my current favorite. But ask me in another 3 months, and I'm pretty sure that I would have moved on.
Yeah.
So I really don't have a favorite.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I keep going into new music. I know that like when Subkali finally got Vrindavani really good because you got to play it a bunch.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm tired of singing that one, and I know the feeling, especially if you've recorded it. You've rehearsed it, recorded it, then rehearsed it, then performed it a bunch. Yeah, it does get tiring. So think of there's some bands that are touring doing like Western rock music, where they're stuck playing the same 3 songs for 50 years because that's what the crowd knows was on the radio.
Yeah.
You just get tired of it.
Yeah. I wish I was that famous and I could sing the same song for 50 years, but I can't. And I know.
I guess if they say, I'm tired of singing that song, they say, well, here's this much money to sing it. You say, okay, I can sing it. I can sing it one more time.
I think I kind of like to try new pieces and evolve. That excites me more than singing the same song again and again, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, so you didn't mention, I think you've talked to me about this before, but what are your feelings on Tagore?
Tagore?
Did I say that right?
Yes. So this is a tough one for me because I really don't have any feelings per se, because I never learned Tagore songs.
Okay.
Even though I'm a Bengali, I was brought up in Bombay. My first teacher spoke Marathi, and I learned Hindi songs in school. And then I came here, and then I learned from my guru, who's Bengali but doesn't teach Bengali songs. So I never really got exposed to any of the Tagore songs.
Right.
Having said that, I have sung a couple of Tagore songs, but I don't know whether I've sung it the way traditionally it's supposed to be sung.
Right.
Whether the traditional the people who actually listen to Tagore songs, whether they would even approve the way I sing, because I haven't heard enough of it to adhere to the traditions. Let's put it that way. So I just don't know enough.
I have a bunch of Tagore books back here if you want to learn them. I remember you saying it before because it was like every Bengali I talked to is Tagore, and then you're like, well, I just haven't done it that much.
I just haven't done it at all, actually. Yeah.
So you're on your own path. That's good.
Some other path, not the Tagore path, I guess.
Yeah, right. Your own path. Yep.
Yeah. I would love to learn some more Tagore songs. It's just that actually, the couple that we have done together, like Khola Hava, that's Tagore.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And even Jodi Tor Dakshin Ekla Cholore is Tagore.
Okay. Yep.
So these are the 2 Tagore songs I know.
Yep.
But that's it.
Those are the 2 I know too on guitar.
Yeah. Yes.
At least one version. So you're not collaborating with anybody, like not performance-wise right now, because most people aren't performing. But are you collaborating with any other people musically right now besides?
Well, not right now. Right now, because of the pandemic, I'm pretty much home. I've hardly been meeting people. So I have been working mainly, as I think we already talked about it, but mainly on the YouTube channel. And I've already posted I think 8 or 9 classes on classical music, which has been pretty well received. It's been a nice learning curve for me because, as you know, I didn't know any Pro Tools. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Movie editing, sound editing. Of course, Karthik has been also doing a lot of this. But it's been a team effort, family effort, and we've been trying to basically work together. And this project is a family project, and so we are just doing it. We are doing it together. Um, it requires a fair bit of time because it's you record the music separately, and then you have the video, and then you have to match the audio to the video and all that. So it takes a lot of time, but I think it's been worth it. Uh, it's been well received. I get a lot of comments where people ask me lots of questions on what I've posted and stuff like that. So I feel it's worth all the effort, and I can take it somewhere.
Right.
And so at the moment, that's where I'm heading.
Are you getting lots of response from like people in India?
Yes, I have a lot of people from India. In fact, my biggest crowd is in India.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Very nice comments, which I never expected. Apparently, learning classical music is not easy, and it's also very expensive in India. Apparently, I didn't know that. So many times people will say that they thank me for posting videos free of cost, because they say that they either had to leave music, when they were in 10th grade, and they never got a chance to come back and learn again. So through these videos, they're able to learn again, or they didn't have the means, the money, or the resources
right.
to learn, and so through these videos, they are able to learn again and sing again. So it's quite heartwarming to hear such notes from people where I feel that it's making a difference.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's good to get the feedback.
Yeah.
Definitely keep going. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm jotting down some ideas as we're talking. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, definitely one of the main things I want to ask you about is I think there was a song Sumkali that you brought to Sumkali, a beautiful song. I'm not going to say the name of it right now. We played it. We performed it for a while, like for maybe a year. We put it on an album. It's on one of the albums, and then just nonchalantly one day in a conversation, you revealed that your grandfather had written the song.
Yes, it's my
right?
maternal grandfather. So he's my mother's uncle. So my maternal grandfather.
Right.
He wrote that song. You're talking about Jhiri Jhiri, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Jhiri.
So I grew up listening to that because my mother used to sing that when she used to put me to bed. She used to sing that, and she used to sing that, hum that all the time. And so yes, he is a famous, or he was a famous music director in Kolkata in Bengali music. And so this tune it's written by him. His name is Nachiketa Ghosh. Yes.
Yeah, so that was quite a surprise when we found out that because I looking your grandfather up, he was quite a big deal.
Yes, I have heard that too, but I haven't met him, and he had passed away before I was born, I think.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That was an interesting story. Yeah, that was pretty neat to have somebody who had written that, and quite a few pieces of music he composed. Well, I want to ask this too. Like, we've been talking about music the whole time, but what do you like to do outside of music? Like, what are some of your fun things, hobbies? Obviously, spending time with family and doing the videos and stuff. But like, are you a BMX racer, or do you like to do yoga or spin class? What do you like to do?
I used to love going to the gym. I don't do that anymore. But yes, before pandemic, I like to hang out with some close friends. I like going out with them for a coffee and just have a good chat, or just have a good conversation, or just hang out. I like that. I like watching movies. I think, yeah. I think just like good company, people with whom I'm comfortable with, just hanging out and having a good time, relaxed, nice time. Yeah.
Are your favorite movies Bollywood movies?
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
I love Bollywood movies.
Oh, you mentioned earlier tal, and you mentioned when you had to start counting on your hands in the lessons. Can you talk a little about that? Like, what is a tal, and can you give us a demonstration of one of the ways that you count?
Okay, there are many different kinds of tal that I can talk about. So maybe two or three of them, like quickly, one after the other, or how many? One? Just one you want? How many?
Like, let's do two, so we can see a very
two.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe one from Indian classical music, which is very common, is called the Teen Tal. Teen Tal has 16 beats. This is how it goes, like dha dhin dhin dha dhin dhin dha, na tin tin ta, tit dhin dhin dha. So that's 16, and then the first beat is called the Sam, and the ninth beat in Teen Tal is called the Khali. So the way it's done is like dha din dhinda, dha din dhinda, na tin tinta, and tita din dhinda. So it's like three beats. So that's why they say it's called tintal, because it's three beats. So many of the songs in Indian classical vocals or Indian classical music, even instrumental or whatever, are based on this tal. So do you want me to demonstrate something in tintal or just show the tal?
You can show it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's fine. That'll work, yeah.
Okay. And then another tal would be a bhajani tal. So many of the light music, like devotional songs, bhajans, etc., are based on that tal. And that's 8 beats. So it's dhinna, dhin, dhina, tinna, tin, tina. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. And so those will be like dhinna, dhin, dhina, tinna, tin, tina, dhinna, like that. So these are two tals.
And what was interesting, because you're singing the syllables, right? But if you're counting, you're counting the knuckles on the finger, and
yes,
each one has four counting spots, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's four beats, or 4. So with 16 beats, you're going through 4 fingers, 4 times 4, 16. So I remember Purna telling me a story when she was in school, grade school, counting that way to get numbers higher than 5 and 10. Her teacher yelled at her, like, that's not how you do it, but it's a better way to do it. It was interesting, when she was in school in the States, but I think her mom had explained to the teacher, no, look, I can count to way higher this way.
I see. Yeah. Through your fingers like that, right?
Yeah. So and at a classical music concert, you'll see people in the audience counting along quite a bit because they know they know where the sum is.
Yes. That is true. Yeah.
What about a T-high? Can you talk about a T-high?
Yeah. So T-high essentially means 3 times. And so typically the way the T-high works is when you sing a particular phrase of a song 3 times, such that when the phrase is sung the last time, so the sum of that phrase, wherever the syllable falls on sum, when it's sung 3 times, the third time that same syllable should fall on sum. That's what is a T-high. So you essentially sing a small phrase which is of 8 beats in a 16-beat tal, in a teen tal. You would pick a phrase which spans 8 beats and sing that 3 times. And then the last time that it is sung, the last time you sing that phrase, that will follow on sum.
Yep, and it's a math problem, basically.
Yeah, it's essentially you say it's 3 times.
Yep.
I think that's the easiest way to say it. Yeah.
Now the tune, like going back to the one that you said was one of your favorites, Jula, like what tal would that be in?
That's bhajani. We talked about that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you? I know we probably can't set the beat up because of the sound, but could you sing a little bit of the Jula, just a short part of it for me?
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah. Jula, jhule nand kishore, jhula, jhule nand kishore. झूला झूले नंद किशोर झूले नंद किशोर झूले नंद किशोर. And that was your Tihari.
All right. Yep. I heard
Yeah.
that. Very nice. Yeah. So the Zoom tends to cut out. Only cut out a little bit of it. I got most of it there. I could hear it nice and fine.
Okay, you
When the
can get
volume
it
was-
from the recording
Yeah,
done.
I'll get it from that.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear it like, in the room, not all fancy, just right now. That sounded
Yeah,
great. Plus, I haven't
yeah.
heard you sing in so long. I think that's all the questions I have. I got one last question. I always like to talk a little bit of music gear, equipment. I know, like, we talked about the software and stuff, but for you, the only thing you really need is a microphone, right?
Yes.
And I was wondering, so what type of microphone do you prefer when you're singing? Or what do you use?
I don't remember the name of my microphone, but you probably know it because you've seen me use it so many times. It's a Neumann, but I
There we
don't
go.
remember the
Okay.
number.
Okay.
And the one that I'm using for recording, that I know because that so many people have asked me on YouTube, what is the mic that I've now remembered.
Yeah.
So that one is a Neumann TLM 103.
Okay.
So the one that I'm using for recording.
Okay.
But the one that I used to perform is also a Neumann, but I don't remember the rest of it.
Right. Okay.
Which brand, which number and all, I don't remember.
So,
but I
yeah.
can text you later after this meeting.
The reason I do that, eventually I'm hoping to get some sponsors if I keep asking about gear. So did you hear that, everybody? She uses 2 Neumann mics and has a YouTube channel that's huge in India, and there's a lot of people there. Neumann should sponsor me, I think. I'm just playing around. Well, it's very nice to talk to you. I think. Anything you want to add, music-wise, or something you should? Oh, I got one more question. I forgot. Do you have any advice for young musicians? That's an important one.
Yes. My only advice is don't follow. Don't get too much into techniques or how something should be done. I would say follow your heart. Sing what appeals to you, what catches your attention, and what you actually feel like singing. Like just put your heart into it. And I think that's the best way to evolve as a musician or just to sing. I think just follow your heart. Because I think I do that because many times I get a question like, can you do this technically? Can you go there? What should we do technically to, improve something? The way I have learned, I have never paid that much attention ever to techniques. I have always followed an instinct and I've always sung instinctively. And, something that has always, touched my heart or touched me somewhere. And so I would say that if you just follow your heart and follow the music that inspires you, you'll be able to do very well.
Yeah. So basically, pursue joy.
I think so. Yeah. Pursue joy through music.
Yeah.
That's what it is for, actually. Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. I agree totally. Well, thanks so much for joining me. It's been nice to at least see you again and talk to you. Hopefully someday, somewhere around, we'll get to actually play some music together or come across.
That would be great.
For Gandhi Jayanti, we learned to sing a song that was special to Gandhiji. Vaishnava jana to tene kahiye je peed parai jane re. Vaishnava jane to tene kahiye je peed parai jane re. Vaishnava jane to tene kahiye je peed parai jane re. Par dukhe उपकार करे तोए पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए मन अभिमान नाने रे. वैष्णव वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए, सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे, निंदा न करे के नीरे, वाच काच मन निश्चल राखे, धन धन जननी तेनी रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए. Now let's sing each line a few times so that you can sing along and learn. The tal that we are using for this bhajan is called bhajni tal. Bhajni tal has 8 beats. Dhinna dhin dhina, tinna tin tina, dhinna dhin dhina, tinna tin tina. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1. वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, सिंग वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए. पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए, पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए, पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए, मन अभिमान नाने रे, मन अभिमान नाने रे, मन अभिमान नाने रे, मन अभिमान नाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए. सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे, 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 निंदा न करे के नीरे, निंदा न करे वाच काछ मन निश्चल राखे, 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 धन धन जननी तेनी रे, धन धन जननी तेनी रे, धन धन जननी तेनी रे, धन धन जननी तेनी रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए। Now to put the classical material that we learnt to use, we'll add a small alap to the antra. Gama pani nisa nisa, gama pani nisa nisa, akar Now let's do the antra with this alap included. Sakal lok ma sahune vande, sakal lok ma sahune vande, सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे, निंदा न करे के नीरे, वाच काछ मन निश्चल राखे, वाच काछ मन निश्चल राखे, धन धन जननी तेनी रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे, पीड़ पराई जाने रे, वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए। Make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos.